The centre of London may not be the place you'd expect to watch rugby league, but once a year the capital's two most well-established teams meet in the view of the City Square Mile. The Broncos were taking on a Skolars team at the Honourable Artillery Company, home of the second oldest military organisation in the world, and a healthily sized audience came out to see some of the city's big rugby league guns fire on the pitch. The Broncos flew out the traps early on, the long pre-season creating a hunger to get back on the pitch. The old general, Craig Gower, pulling the strings to send in big Antonio Kaufusi. Michael Witt seemed to find the city streets a little slippy as he failed with the conversion. Gower then picked a lock which would keep the door open for points for the Broncos. Michael Robertson jumping high, leaving Michael Channing to touch down. It was then Channing who turned provider for Robertson, finishing neatly. Skolars looked backed into a corner as more bombs rained down from Gower, seeing both Robertson and then the young, highly rated Welshman Michael Channing cross for both of their second tries. Tony Rea will have been happy watching on as his first string overpowered his local rivals in the first half. But the passionate Skolars fans kept cheering and they weren't disappointed as some big shots rained in. But it was a touch of class from David Howell with a deft kick which was pounced upon by young Albanian forward Ayon Dalapi. Skolars questioned a supposed knock-on earlier in the move, but Phil Bentham, making his comeback after breaking a leg last season, was confident in awarding the try. The scoring in the first half was rounded off by Tommy Lee after Shane Rodney cut a great line to send in the former Huddersfield and Wakefield hooker. Skolars coach Joe Mbu aimed to fire his side up at half-time as they trailed 40-0. The Championship one side only had 5 pre-season training sessions before this game, hence a little rustiness. Liam Colburn crossed early in the second half, coming back from an 8-month layoff, before all Skolars' endeavours were rewarded with a try from wing Smokey Juna. Skolars rallied for a period, looking to power up the pitch with some of their big forwards. But when Broncos retrieved possession and the raft of youngsters brought on in the second half started to show their class. Firstly with Alex Hurst, before Olsi Krankisi powered over. And then exciting halfback Oscar Thomas showed dazzling feet, first to dance through the defence and then to convert his own try. And that left just enough time for Luke Dawn and 2012 Player of the Season Kieran Dixon to grab late tries.
Yeah, obviously I still feel new to it, you know what I mean? So I've only been in here for a year. So I'm still a rookie really. So but yeah, we've got a good young talent coming through like we just had on Oscar, Bichet. Hursty is new down here, John O'Donnell is new down here. They've all played good games, so just go from there.
Not so bad, it was good, really enjoyed it. Good surroundings for a game of rugby, like back in playing amateur, but it was really good, I enjoyed it.
So in a lot of these games, you know, you racked up a fair few points in the first half, but then the Skolars really stood up in the second. So
yeah, definitely, yeah. It was just good that we was in a bit of a contest, you know, a bit of an arm wrestle. Showed some resilience as well, so it was good. You know, we made a lot of subs as well, which made it a bit difficult, but no, they played quite well in the second half.
Nice to blow the cobwebs out, you know, after the long off season.
Yeah, it was a tough pre-season, so good to finally get back out there and having a game, and you know, we're all looking forward to the season now.
I thought some individuals did themselves a lot of favours. I like the fact that we were, for an opening hit out, we're in control. We're in control of ourselves as much as the game itself, so that was very pleasing.
Difficult those games, you know, not when you go that many points up in the first half, and you know when you start to chase the scoreboard almost, don't you? And when you're putting on some of the youngsters, you know, it becomes a different sort of game.
We weren't chasing the scoreboard. That's one thing we spoke about. It was irrelevant. We were just looking at the little things that people were doing. You know, once you break it up in that second half, it's very hard to have good combinations and be fluent. And so just looking at individual reads and efforts, and they were really pleasing. And it was hard to put it all together in bits because it was disjointed, but the individual efforts was the key bit then.
For yourself, you know, coming through the kind of London youth system, so to speak, you know, it's a great showcase for the sport in the capital, isn't it? You know, that people can come down here and watch a game of rugby league, you know, between two London clubs.
Yeah, obviously, like playing in the settings that we're in now, right in the centre of London, so it's a bit weird having a rugby pitch in the middle here, but obviously getting the crowd from Skolars and Broncos down, to have a game with both teams from the capital is real good for London and good for rugby league.